Namaste, everyone. So come to the top of your mat, bring the palms together, the heart, take a few deep breaths. You start to practice the Ujjayi breathing. As you inhale, raise your arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lifting the chest up and stepping the right foot back. And both feet back, plank, knees to the floor, chest and chin down. Inhaling cobra, exhaling downward dog. Right leg stepping forward, inhaling, exhaling, fold the feet together at the top of your mat. And as you inhale, you come up. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, left leg going back. Exhale, plank, knees, chest, and chin touching the floor. Inhaling, cobra. Exhaling, down dog. Left leg stepping forward as you're breathing in. Lunge. Exhale, feet together and fold. Inhaling, slowly coming up. Exhaling, mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Now step, walk, or jump your feet back. Chaturanga, up dog, and downward facing dog. Pause in down dog for maybe 3-5 breaths. We're still practicing the Ujjayi breathing, and as you inhale, take your feet to the hands, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, mountain pose. And inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, take your feet back. Low push up. Chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhaling. Maintaining your downward facing dog for a few breaths, and then as you inhale, take your feet to the hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, mountain pose. And chair pose as you're breathing in. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, take your feet back, low push up. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhaling. Right leg stepping forward, warrior one, rising up on the inhalation. Exhaling, going down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhaling, down dog. And left leg coming forward. Inhaling, warrior one. Exhaling, low push up. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhaling. And we hold it for a few breaths, creating lots of space between the shoulder blades, belly in. And then take your feet to the hands, breathing in, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, chair pose. And exhaling, mountain. Inhale, chair. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, take your feet back. Low push up. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhaling. Right leg coming forward. Warrior one, inhaling. Exhaling, low push up. Inhale, up dog. Exhaling, down dog. Left side, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Few deep breaths in down dog. Then take your feet to the hands. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, chair pose. And exhaling, mountain pose or equal standing. Chair pose, breathing in, breathing out, twist to your right side. Inhale back to chair. Exhale, twisting chair to the other side. Try to keep your knees and feet lined up. Draw your belly in and raise your arms up again. Chair pose and fold forward, exhaling. Half lift, breathing in. And take your feet back. Chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, right leg going up, 3-limb dog pose, and then step the right leg forward, coming up into warrior one again. And this time lean forward a bit, take your arms back and lift your back leg up for warrior three. Breathe, hold, and then go to warrior two. Windmill the arms, chaturanga. Up dog, inhaling. Down dog, exhaling. Lifting the left leg up as you inhale. Exhale, step forward, warrior one. Raising the arms up, inhale. And lean a little bit more forward and shift your weight all the way to the front leg. Lift your back leg up, warrior three, and then lightly step back into warrior two. Windmill the arms, chaturanga, and up dog, and down dog. A few deep breaths here. And you take your feet to the hands and fold forward. Chair pose with the palms to the heart. Interlace your fingers, reach your arms up and lean to one side of the body. So you're stretching the side back to the center in the chair. Interlace your fingers and lean to the other side. Side bend. Back to the chair pose. Hands to the heart and reach the arms up. Exhale, release, mountain pose. And inhale, chair. Exhale, twist to your right side. We're going to repeat the same sequence. Couple deep breaths here in the twisting chair. Reach the arms up, back to the chair, and twist to the other side. As you inhale, reach the arms up again. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the floor. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, take your feet back, chaturanga, up dog, inhaling, down dog, exhaling. Inhaling, the right leg goes up. Exhale, right leg forward, warrior one. As you're breathing in, you rise up. And as you exhale, sweep the arms back, lift your back heel, and then take off for the warrior three. Lightly stepping back to warrior two. And windmill the arms, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhaling. Inhaling, left leg going up. Stepping forward, exhaling. Then inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, lean forward, lift your back leg up. Your back toes are pointing down. Good, warrior two. As you exhale, windmill the arms and go to chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhaling. And then take your feet to the hands. Fold forward. Inhaling, chair pose. Hands to the heart. Interlace the fingers, press your palms up and lean to one side. And back to the center, chair pose. Interlace the fingers again. Reach the arms up and over, leaning sideways. And then back to chair. Sweep the arms up and mountain pose. And then separate the feet about hip width apart and catch your toes with your first two fingers and the thumbs. As you exhale, draw the belly a little closer to your thighs, keeping the legs very active here, feeling a nice stretch through the back of the body. And if you feel too much tension in the back of your knees, just go ahead and bend the knees slightly. Then you lift your feet up and place your hands underneath your feet, pressing the toes down, keeping the head, neck relaxed. And then inhale, lengthen the spine, releasing the hands, bring them to the hips and come on up. Feet back together, and then you step your feet apart, maybe 3.5 feet for triangle pose. Holding the triangle pose for a few breaths. So since this is an intermediate class, you should be already very familiar with the triangle pose. And then pivot your feet and go to triangle over the other side. And if it hurts your head gazing up, just look straight ahead. Then pivot your feet for the twisting triangle or revolved triangle pose. Both feet very grounded. And looking down, coming back up for the twisting triangle over on the other side. So this is called Parivrtta Trikonasana. Then looking down and pulling yourself back up. Bring the feet back together to the top of your mat, and then inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, inhaling. Down dog, exhaling. And then take your feet to the hands, fold forward. Inhaling, long spine, and rise all the way up. And mountain pose. And separate the feet wide for warrior two. Hips square, shoulders square, arms long. 3 long deep breaths or 5 breaths. Then go into the side angle pose. You can look straight ahead or up towards the ceiling or towards your top hand. Inhaling, coming up and going over to the other side with the warrior two first. With your exhale, go into the side angle pose. Long, deep breaths through the nose. You're still practicing the Ujjayi breathing. And as you inhale, you come up, parallel your feet, toes in and the heels slightly out, and catch your ankles and fold forward. Standing straddle forward bend, or Prasarita Padottanasana. I'm doing one version of the Prasarita Padottanasana. Then lengthen the arms, hands to the hips, come all the way back up. Arms out to the sides, inhale, arms back, interlace the fingers, lift your chest up, and as you exhale, go forward. That's another variation of Prasarita Padottanasana. Now you really have to engage your legs and your abdomen. On your inhale, start to come up. Exhale, release the arms. And then bring the feet back together at the top of your mat. And I'm kind of deciding what I'm going to do here, I guess. All right. Step your right leg back. We're going to go for the pyramid position. Inhale, lift the chest up, and as you exhale, you're going to fold forward. Now, if you cannot take the hands back like this in a reverse namaste, just catch your wrists or your elbows. And by now, you probably know this already. And then we're going to go from there right into eagle. So the back legs come forward and squeeze your inner thighs together. Your right arm is under the left. And release back to mountain pose. And we do the other side. Step back with the left leg. Keep your hips square. And then you catch your wrists or elbows or do the reverse namaste. Lift your chest up. And then with your exhale, go forward. Breathing in, coming up. And lean a little forward. Shift your weight to the front leg. Pick up your back leg and go around for eagle pose. Left leg on top, left arm under the right. And then release the eagle pose and bring it back to mountain. Then settle yourself in mountain pose for a few seconds. You're going to catch your big toe, extend the leg, draw the belly in, and you're welcome to move your head towards the leg if that's available. If not, keep your spine straight up, and then take your right leg straight out to the sides, looking over your left shoulder. Bring the leg back and go into half lotus with the right leg. You can just stay here or do tree pose or folding tree, chest moving towards the bottom leg. If it's hard for you to bind your right foot and hand, then don't fold forward. That's okay. And then release the tree pose. We do the whole thing on the other side. Catch your big toe, extend the leg. Either stay here or try to move your forehead to the knee. It's certainly not easy. Lengthen the spine, take your left leg out to the side, and then you gaze, kind of windy here. Gaze to the opposite direction. Bring the leg back to the front and then go into half lotus. Again, if you're not binding, that's okay, don't bind. If you cannot bind, please don't go forward. Just stay upright. And then slowly to come up, you can bend the supporting leg a bit and slowly come on up. Go to tree pose, reaching both arms overhead, and then releasing to mountain. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, take your feet back. Chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Step, walk, or jump to a sitting position. So in staff pose, you lengthen the spine and you draw your right leg up. Right foot is close to the right heel. Pull your tummy in. Keep the left leg active. Press your right arm bone into the right shin bone and try to move your chest forward a bit. Then coming up and doing the Marichyasana C or sage twist to the right side. If you feel comfortable binding, you've done that before, go ahead and bind. Pressing both sit bones towards the floor, lengthen the spine and looking sideways. Then undo the twist and you can do a vinyasa, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. And then you come to a sitting position again so we can do the other side. Extending the legs, draw the left knee to the chest, Marichyasana A or Sage Pose A. Binding or no binding. If you're not binding your hands back, just go ahead and reach both hands to that front leg. Catch your right foot with both hands. And then inhale, lifting your chest up. Release your arms and go to Marichyasana C or Sage Twist. Hold the position. And again, I'm demonstrating here the binding, but it's optional. Keeping your right leg active. Even though we're twisting to the left, the right side is still active and you're still aware of your whole body. Long, deep breaths. Focus on the sound of your breath. And then release the pose. Do a vinyasa or skip the vinyasa. If you're not doing the vinyasa, that's okay, but give it a try. And come back to a sitting position. I'm going to move into the seated boat pose. You can let go of your legs, reaching the arms overhead. It's also an option. You don't have to reach the arms up. And cross the legs and lift your bum up. Feet is still off the floor, or they're still off the ground. Then seated boat. Arms up is optional. Then cross your legs, keep your feet up, lift your bum up, and come back down. Extending the legs again. Catch your toes. You're going to keep the toes and fingers together, peace fingers and the thumbs together. Keep it up, round the spine, go back into plow pose. Then rock back to the seated position, legs up. It's called Ubaya Padangustasana, going back, Halasana. And we're going to roll one more time to Ubaya Padangustasana. Now you're going to let go of your toes and catch the hands if you can, or the outer edges of your feet. So your heels are pointing up. You're moving your chest and your thighs as close together as possible. And then release. And you're welcome to do a vinyasa again. Chaturanga, up dog, down dog. And you're going to take your legs around the arms so you can jump your feet around the arms. I want to jump my legs already in the back of my arms. If you can do that, then go for it. Otherwise, you jump your legs on the outside of the arms and then lower yourself to the back of your arms. Cross your ankles and see if you can move your forehead towards the floor with your feet still off the ground. That's Bhujapidasana, and then extending the legs for Titibhasana, the insect position, and then lower yourself down. We're going into Kurmasana, the turtle pose. So the arms are active, the legs are really working hard here, and both legs are close to the back of the shoulders. And then see if you can lift yourself up from there, back into Titibhasana. Lift, extending the legs. Ooh, I'm even doing some push-ups here. Feel free to give it a try. And then take it back to Bakasana, crow, jump, up dog, down dog, or just take your legs back and do the Vinyasa. And coming back to a sitting position from the downward dog. Lie down on your back. Take a few moments to rest. And we're taking the right leg up like we're doing the pigeon pose. And we're going to lift the head up, taking the bottom leg up as well, and then both arms around the right leg. The left leg is going to do some circles. So circle the leg in one direction, tiny little circles, baby circles. You really want to feel your abdominal muscles working here. Lift the leg up and rock yourself up. Either stay here for a few more breaths, or you can move into the next variation, a little more intense, which is the compass pose. And if you feel that you can advance a little more, you're going to take your foot behind your head. So, foot behind the head pose, Ekapada Shirshasana. And then fold forward, catching your bottom leg or foot with both hands. Coming back up, lift yourself up, cross your ankles and see if you can go into Ashtavakrasana. And then take the legs back. Chaturanga, up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhaling. I know these are certainly challenging poses and challenging transitions. Come to a sitting position again and lie down for the other side. So you're going to bend your left leg, catch your left foot, and then lift your head up and take your arms in front of your shin. There we go. And circle that right leg. Go a few times in one direction and a few times in the opposite direction. Then lift the leg up and rock yourself up to sitting. Hold. Again, you can simply hold here. You don't have to do anything else beyond this. And then extending the leg. Even though this is a more intermediate level, intermediate to advanced, you still have options. So if you're ready to take your foot behind the head, go for it. Oh, sometimes the hair gets in the way. All right. And you go forward when you're ready to go forward, and you're going to catch your front foot with both hands. Exhale, drawing the belly in, keeping the bandhas very active in the Ujjayi breathing still going. And then lift yourself up. Cross your ankles. Squeeze the inner thighs together and bend your elbows. See if you can go into Ashtavakrasana. And then you weave the leg back and between the arms and send them back. Now both legs back. Chaturanga, up dog, down dog. So that's a challenging transition. So we're going to prepare now for tripod headstand. So you have to be able to see your fingertips on your peripheral vision, elbows about shoulder width apart, and come into your headstand. It's headstand crow, so you're going to lower the legs down to your arms, draw your belly in, and as you lower your hips down, you're going to try to lift your head off the ground to crow pose. So headstand to crow. And then you hold the crow for a couple of breaths. Lower your head back down and back to the headstand. I'm going to do one more. So I'm going to lower the knees back to the arms, lift up, back into the crow pose. And this time you can jump or take your feet back any way you can and do a vinyasa. And then coming down to your knees again. Rest in child's pose for a few seconds before going to the next tripod headstand. And this time I'm adding a twisting crow. So from the headstand, twist to one side to lift your head up, and then place your head back, lift your legs straight back into the headstand, and then you're gonna bend the knees, twist to one side, drop the knees to the back of your arm, and once you feel comfortable enough to lift your head up, do that. Then back onto the headstand, legs back up, and then chaturanga, up dog, down dog. I would recommend watching this sequence first before trying. So watch it and rewind the video and then try that, especially if you haven't tried this one before. And then the last tripod headstand will be with a lotus. So if you cannot do lotus, don't worry about it. Just do the tripod headstand. But if you can do lotus, then you do the lotus legs and you lower the legs down to the back of your arms and you try to lift the head back. So it's crow pose with lotus legs. Crow pose with the legs in lotus. You then lift your legs back up to headstand, release the legs, and then drop back and down, up dog, down dog. Lie down on your belly. Take a few long, deep breaths in the crocodile position. And then catch your feet. Lift your chest up. That's bow pose. And then rock yourself to the right and see if you can do the side bow. You can gaze up towards the sky or any direction that your neck allows. Side bow to the other side for a few breaths, and then you come back to the center for the bow pose again. 3 to 5 breaths, and then release. Up dog, down dog. Pause and down dog for a few seconds, and then you come down to your knees for camel pose. Ustrasana, holding the camel with the legs really active, the abdomen active, lifting the chest. If you can let go of your head all the way back, that's okay. I cannot do that, it hurts my neck. And coming up, you can do a vinyasa or sit back on your heels for Vajrasana, the thunderbolt pose, with a gentle twist just to unwind your back. We're going to do another camel pose, so go ahead and unwind your back either with the twist or with a vinyasa, and then go back into your camel. Take a couple deep breaths, and to come out of the camel, lift your chest up as you inhale, and then exhale, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Or skip that and just go right into the down dog. Okay, come to a sitting position or jump to sitting. Lie down on your back again. We're going into bridge pose. Your choice of bridge. And if you can do upward bow, go ahead and do Urdhva Dhanurasana. And slowly come down back into the bridge pose and see if you can lift one leg up towards the ceiling. Place the foot down and switch legs. Placing the foot down and going again into the upward bow if you can. And once you're in the upward bow, feel free to lift one leg up. And then switch legs. Both feet on the floor. And then very slowly, you lower yourself down to the floor, bringing the knees to the chest. Then rock up to sitting and do a vinyasa, up dog, down dog. And then jump to sitting, lie down on your back again. And rock yourself into the plow pose. Adjust your arms behind your back and then go into shoulder stand, Sarvangasana. Sometimes it's hard to breathe here, so make sure that the airways are open, tilting the head back a little. And then plow pose, Halasana. You're welcome to interlace your fingers and straighten the arms, pressing the arms firmly down. And then support your back again. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees apart. And if that is easy and you want to go into a full lotus, go into a full lotus. And then balance on your shoulders and the back of the head, extending the arms. and resting your knees on your palms. And then lower the arms and start to come down very so gently and go into the fish pose, Matsyasana.